Pleasant morning, everyone. I am John Owen G. Marquesas, and today in our presentation, we're going to discuss a research entitled Effectiveness of E-Learning Platform to the Academic Performance of Third-Year HRDM Students in Rizal Technological University, Pasig Campus. And today, here are my group mates, Aldrin Lauren Habok, Maris Gogan, and Jessica Zamora.
Once again, I'm John Orange Marquesas, and today I'm going to discuss the introduction and the background of the study. First, the introduction. E-learning refers to the use of electronic technologies to access educational content outside of a traditional classroom setting. It is designed to be more accessible, easy, and nearly free to use and to provide the same opportunities as face-to-face learning. It can be accessed at all levels, from nursery to college, with the purpose of improving schooling and learning. E-learning has also become the most widely used online medium, providing a wealth of knowledge and opportunities for interaction between professors and students. It is widely utilized around the world because of how well organized and convenient it is for the continuing education in the face of pandemic. Also, an alternative way to deliver education to students is through online learning. This type of remote education that is non-formal type of education that employs various media to transmit lectures, notes, debates to students and the teacher. The Moodle app is an online system that may accommodate and aid both professors and the students in the continuation of their education as part of the online learning preparations. Moodle, often known as a Course Management System (CMS) or a Visual Learning Environment, is a widely used open source learning management system (LMS) and VLE. Moodle stands out for its ease of setup maintenance, as well as the ability to create content courses. The ease of creating content such as forums, quizzes, tasks, wikis, and chat is a significant benefit of utilizing Moodle. Several studies stated that it can obviously assist universities in making the education system operate today, despite the fact that the global pandemic has changed the way the education takes place. And now, the background of our study. The goal of an e-learning strategy is to have a transformative rather than a sustaining influence on traditional university teaching functions. In the Philippines, there are universities or colleges that still prefer traditional face-to-face practice despite the fact that e-learning has been already introduced. Despite the various advantages of an e-learning, several studies have shown numerous downsides of Filipino students. Students have suffered at significant disadvantage as a result of the abrupt shift in education from traditional on-campus study to online learning. It has been uh, it has been noted that most universities' shift to a new educational paradigm has not been appropriately organized for the students' learning systems. The Moodle itself, which caters the numerous functions that a university staff and students can exercise, experience, and use, is one of the primary choice to focus in an online learning technology employed by local universities. The platform aided in making online classes more accessible and convenient in order to alleviate the strain, but not all of this seems to be true. Many universities share the same burden of having to spend multiple hours waiting for it to load or to process. And of course, as a consequence, the activities, the tasks cannot be completed nor submitted at the due time required. Now, the objectives of our study includes the following. First, number one, it aims to understand the potential factors influencing students' academic achievements and satisfactions using online traditional learning practice. Number two, it aims to determine whether using online practice has an impact on the performance of the students during the widespread pandemic. And lastly, number three, it aims to understand the various advantages and disadvantages of online learning in the performance of the undergrad students.
Hi everyone, my name is Maris Tindogan and today I'm going to discuss my part, which is a statement of the problem and description of the respondents. The first one that I'm going to discuss is the statement of the problem. This study aims to determine the effectiveness of e-learning to the academic performance for third-year HRDM students. Specifically, this paper sought to answer the following question. Number one is, what are the demographic profiles of the respondent in terms of age, gender, time spent per day using e-learning platform or Moodle. The second one is, how is the level of e-learning satisfaction of the student be described? The third one is, how is the level of academic performance of the respondents be described? And is there any significant relationship between the effect of e-learning satisfaction and academic performance of third-year HRDM students?
Good day everyone, my name is Jessica B. Zamora and I am going to discuss the conceptual framework and hypothesis. Hypothesis. In hypothesis 1, there is significant different relationship between the e-learning satisfaction to the academic performance of the respondents. In hypothesis 2, there is no significant different relationship between the e-learning satisfaction to the academic performance of the respondents. Conceptual framework. So, figure 1 represents the conceptual framework of the study. It utilizes the IPO or the input, process, and outputs of the study. It outlines how basic elements are connected and describes the intervening process. At the same time, it may be read as a guide to the rest of the study. The input box includes first the student respondent's demographic profile such as age, gender, and time spent per day using e-learning platform. Second, the level of academic performance of the respondents for school year 2021 to 2022. The process box contains the data gathering such as survey questionnaire, analysis and interpretation of data, and conclusion. While the outbox contains data gathered on such as effectiveness of e-learning satisfaction to the academic performance of third-year HRDM students and recommendations about effectiveness of e-learning and conclusion.
Hi, I am Aldrin Loren Habok and I would like to discuss the theoretical framework. The focus of the study was based on John Sweller's cognitive load theory. The term cognitive load refers to the amount of information that the working memory can hold at a time. According to John Sweller's cognitive load theory, our working memory has a limited capacity for the information that we gather. So it means there's a possibility that we can forget other information in our working memory if it's overloaded from different information that we gather. In order to relate this theory in our study, the use of technology in students had an impact on the learner's temporal experience. When e-learning is used to provide knowledge to the students, the format of presentation is constantly updated. Related studies found out that students in online learning are deprived from direct operation possibilities because sometimes professors deliver one-way structural demonstration or reference materials in class. Engagement, along with the motivation, is seen as a critical for improved learning outcomes for all students. And yet, students from the current situation are suffering from what they are experiencing in using Moodle as an e-learning platform. Instead of their working memory being focused on answering different activities, based on what they have been reviewed, the student's working memory is transferred into overloaded information if the issues appear on their mobile screens, which is resulting into getting low grade scores that has a possible effect on their academic performances.
Hi everyone, my name is Maris Tindogan. The second one that I'm going to discuss is a description of the respondents. The survey included 181 incoming fourth-year students from the 4 block, which is PCBET 17602A and PCBET 17601P. Both had 45 respondents. There are also 46 respondents from PCBET 17601A and 44 respondents from PCBET 17602P. The sample size is 125 according to the RACEUP calculator, a software that primarily calculates or creates the sample size of a research or survey, and Slobin's formula. All of the respondents are studying a Bachelor of Science Business Administration with a major in Human Resource Development Management at the Pasig campus.
And the last part is the statistical treatment. Number one, percentage. This was used to discover the frequency counts and the percentage of personal profile of the respondents, where the formula is the percentage is equal to frequency divided by the number of samples and then multiplied by 100. Number two, the weighted mean. The weighted mean is being determined by multiplying the weights by their corresponding mean and taking its sum, where the formula is the weighted mean is equal to the summation of all scores and then divided by the number of cases. And the last one is the person product moment of correlation. This was used to measure the relationship of the respondents' effect of using e-learning platforms to the academic performance, where R where the R represents the linear coefficient, N represents the number of pairs of data presents, also including the summation of all X scores, the summation of all y scores, and the sum of the products of corresponding x and y scores.